Welcome to Ask Rare Class Notes YouTube channel. Before starting the video, I request you please support and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to like, comment, and share the video. Thanks. The poem, A Time to Talk, by Robert Frost. When a friend calls to me from the road, and slows his horse to a meaning walk, I don't stand still and look around. On all the hills I haven't hoed, and shout from where I am, what is it? No, not as there is a time to talk. I thrust my hoe in the mellow ground, blade end up and 5 feet tall, and plod. I go up to the stone wall for a friendly visit. Summary of the poem, A Time to Talk. The poem, A Time to Talk, by Robert Frost is about the value of friendship and priorities even while working. Take the time to chat with your friend. The work will still be there when you come back. Friends and family are very important in life. In the poem, the speaker is talking about how, if a friend comes to talk to him while he is busy doing something, he will put down whatever he is doing and talk to him. It is imperative for people to realize that when they ignore their friends in order to finish the work they are doing, the work may seem unavoidable to them right now. But in a few days or months, they will have forgotten about it. However, if they keep ignoring their friends, they may lose their friends forever. And by that time, it will be too late. Maintaining friendships holds a lot of importance. The central idea of the poem, A Time to Talk, by Robert Frost. The central idea of this poem is that friendship is the essence of life. We should always have time to talk with our friends. We may lose our friends if we ignore them. Work is important, but we should never let work take the time that we spend with our family and friends. The paraphrasing of the poem, A Time to Talk, by Robert Frost. When a friend calls to me from the road, and slows his horse to a meaning walk, I don't stand still and look around. On all the hills I haven't hoed, and shout from where I am, what is it? Whenever my friend shouts out to me from the road, and slows his horse to an intentional walk, I at once pay attention. I don't stop and glance around. On all the high ground I haven't weeded yet, and I shout from the place where I am working, what is it? No, not as there is a time to talk. I thrust my hoe in the mellow ground, blade end up and 5 feet tall, and plod. I go up to the stone wall for a friendly visit. As there is always an occasion to talk to a friend, I push my rake into the soft ground, the blade end up and 5 feet high. I walk slowly towards the stone wall of the field to meet my friend for a pleasant visit. Questions and answers of the poem. A time to talk. Question number 1. How many people are there? How do they know each other? How do you know? Can you do it? Answer. There are 2 people, speaker, and a friend. They know each other because they are friends, and we know this because we are comprehending, reading this poem. And if my friend came to me to chat, I would also leave my work for the time being and chat with him. Question number 2. What is the setting? Location, time of day, weather. How do you know? Answer. The location is the hillside, the time of the day is afternoon, and the weather is sunny. We know this because while reading this poem the expressions and actions tell us the setting. Question number 3. What do you see when you read this poem? Put it into your own words. Answer. The poem, A Time to Talk, by Robert Frost is a poem about friendship. In this poem, the poet demonstrates a friend should act when his friend comes to talk while he is busy doing work. Moreover, the poet said even if you are busy, you should stop everything and help your friend. Also, an indirect message is that work is tough and from time to time workers should take a break. The poem expresses the main idea about friendship by exploring different devices to build a great image of maintaining a good and strong relationship. The summary, the central idea, the paraphrasing and questions and answers of the poem. Every day it happens. The poem, Every Day It Happens, by Kathleen Kiker. Every time I speak, another person hates me. Every time they answer, I must forgive again. Every time I listen, I suppress my angry comments. Every time I hear them, I brush away the tears. Everywhere I go, I am a nameless victim. Everywhere I hide, they find me once again. Every time they see me, I put a happy face on. Every time they leave me, the tears roll down my cheeks. Every night I'm sleeping, I dream of faceless horrors. Every day I'm living, I wish it were not so. Summary of the poem. Every day it happens. Poet tells us about a student bullied by others every day in school. It can cause long-term problems for both the victims of bullying and the bullies themselves. Bullying in school negatively impacts individual students and the school climate as a whole. Bullying behavior includes tearing, threatening, hitting, stealing, etc. The victims of bullying are often anxious, insecure, and have low self-esteem. So in a nutshell we can say that it is the worst horror. It should be avoided. The central idea of the poem, Every Day It Happens, by Kathleen Kiker. The central idea of the poem is the circle of everyday life. This poem talks about the feelings of a child who has been bullied in school every day. No doubt, bullying is an issue that happens everywhere in the world. No matter where you live, where you go to school, or how popular you might be, you have witnessed, caused, or been the victim of aggression from your peers. The paraphrasing of the poem Every Day It Happens, by Kathleen Kiker. Every time I speak, another person hates me. Whenever I speak, another person dislikes me. Every time they answer, I must forgive again. And every time they respond rudely, I must forgive them. Every time I listen, I suppress my angry comments. Whenever I listen to them, I conceal my angry comments. Every time I hear them, I brush away the tears. Wherever I hear them, I remove my tears silently. Everywhere I go, I am a nameless victim. Anywhere I go, I become an unspeakable sufferer. Everywhere I hide, they find me once again. Every time I try to stay out of their sight, but they find me once again. Every time they see me, I put a happy face on. Whenever they see me, I switch on a cheerful face. Every time they leave me, the tears roll down my cheeks. Whenever they abandon me, I cry. Every night I'm sleeping, I dream of faceless horrors. Each night when I sleep I dream of forgettable terrors. Every day I'm living, I wish it were not so. Each day I'm living I wish I wouldn't live like this. Questions and answers of the poem Every Day It Happens. Question number 1. How do you think being bullied makes people feel? Discuss in the light of the poem. Answer. The people who are bullied become depressed, scared, embarrassed, and low self-esteemed. Question number 2. Now that you know more about bullying, what do you think you can do to make a difference at school? What are some ways that you could help someone who was being bullied? Answer. The things that I can do to make a difference at school are to stand up for those who are bullied, to discourage the act of bullying, to report it to the school management, to create awareness against it. Some ways that could help someone who was bullied are: befriend the person who was bullied, provide emotional support, encourage him to stand up for himself. Question number 3. Summarize the poem in your own words. Answer. In the poem, Every Day It Happens, the poet describes the feelings of a child who has been bullied in school every day. His or her fellows hate him, her, and do not allow him, her to talk. She becomes tense and tries to suppress her angry feelings. No one comes to help her. He or she tries to avoid and hide, but they follow him, her everywhere. He or she becomes sleepless due to horror dreams. He or she wishes people wouldn't do bullying. The summary, the central ideas, the paraphrasing, and question and answers of the poem. Do it anyway. The poems. Do it anyway. People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest and frank anyway. What you spend years building, someone could destroy overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give the best you've got anyway. You see, in the final analysis it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. Summary of the poem. Do it anyway. This poem was originally written by Kent M. Keith. The poet says that people always think about themselves. They are illogical and unreasonable and only declare themselves right. Still, forgive them and talk to them. Poetess emphasizes the point that no matter what the circumstances are, whatever people say, we should do good deeds just for the sake of God. If you are good with everyone and successful, people may cheat on you or be a fake friend to you, but still, ignore them and continue to learn, live, and grow. If you are honest, frank, and happy, people may feel jealous. If you spend time making something or doing something, it may be destroyed by some people but continue to grow because whatever you do will be between you and God will acknowledge you for it. The central ideas of the poem. Do it anyway. This poem tells us to be honest, nice, kind, frank, and happy under all circumstances. There'll be people who would want to cheat on us or let us down. But all of this won't matter because God will always acknowledge our good deeds. The paraphrasing of the poem. Do it anyway. By Mother Teresa. People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. Sometimes people are uncooperative, irrational, and self-regarding. But we must forgive them either way. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. And if you are good, people may blame you for selfish, unexpressed motives. But be good either way. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. On the condition that you are successful, you will gain some fake friends and a few real enemies. But you should achieve success either way. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest and frank anyway. Supposing that you are truthful and open, people might trick you. But be truthful and open either way. What you spend years building, someone could destroy overnight. Build anyway. And anything that will take you years to build, somebody could destroy it suddenly. But keep on building either way. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. And if you discover calmness and happiness, they may feel envious. But be calm and happy either way. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. If you do good today, people may not remember the other day. But be good either way. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give the best you've got anyway. Show the world the best you have, and it may not be much. But show whatever you've got either way. You see, in the final analysis it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. You'll observe that in the conclusion it is between you and God. Because it was never between you and them either way. Questions and answers of the poem. Do it anyway. Question number 1. What is the message of the poem entitled, Do It Anyway, by Mother Teresa? Answer. Mother Teresa poem, Do It Anyway, are words of wisdom that are great motivation for everyone to be kind, happy, successful, constructive, positive, and forgiving irrespective of people's behavior and attitude towards you. Question number 2. What do you think is the most difficult thing to follow in the poem? Answer. The most difficult thing to follow in this poem is what you spend years building. Someone could destroy overnight. It is difficult because building something again that took years to build is difficult. You will feel disheartened and unmotivated, and you would want to leave it as it is. Question number 3. List the things that you feel are easy to follow. Explain your answer. Answer. Forgiving. Forgiving might not be easy for some, but it provides inner peace and motivation to move forward. Being kind. Kindness is not difficult. You can do something even truly little to put a smile on someone's face. Question number 4. Analyze and interpret the meaning of the following phrases. Part A. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give the best you have got anyway. Answer. This line means that give or do your absolute best, but still some people will insult you or say it is not enough. But do not listen to them and do your best. Part B of question number 4. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. Answer. It does not matter how much or little good you do to people. They will often forget the next day or some days later. Still, do not let them stop or dishearten you. And do good anyway. Part C of question number 4. You see, in the final analysis it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. Answer. On the day of judgment, your good deeds will appear, and then you will realize that only God can reward you. It doesn't matter what people say about you, as it is a matter between you and God. Paraphrasing of the poem, A Faraway Village. Written and translated by Nasir Ahmad Nasir. A faraway village. Very far away is my village, where the fire beetles of my childhood, in the thick leafage of peepal trees, are still aflame. My village seems distant, where the fireflies of my childhood still shine brightly among the thick leaves of people. Trees. The lisping words that fell from my lips once are still alive on the aged, bowed staircase that's breathing its last in the long abandoned house, like a rapier tucked into the breast of silence. The soft-spoken words that once escaped my lips persist still on the weathered, sagging stairs. In the abandoned home is like a sword sheathed in silence's chest. Very far away is my village, where darkness spreads even before it is evening. Tick tacking sound from the flour mill, flights of birds fading far, far away. My village lies distant, where darkness expands even ere twilight. The rhythmic hum of the flour mill, birds in flight, recede into the distance. Tinkling of the harnessing bells, all meld into one silent tune, to get drowned into the lagoon of the arc night. The gentle chime of the harnessing bells blends into a single quiet melody, submerged in the depths of the night's embrace. Very far away is my village, where in the dim trembling light of lanterns, while learning my lessons, I had seen the dreams of my good days. My village is distant indeed, where in the faint, flickering glow of lanterns, while absorbing my teachings, I once glimpsed the aspirations of my brighter times. The central idea of the poem, a faraway village. The poet escorts the reader to an unnamed and undated village where he grew up. In the poem, he recalls the beautiful memories of his childhood and family home using wonderful poetic words that evoke nostalgia and melancholy. Childhood memories come flushing and gushing back in this poem as the poet uses imagery and metaphors to make it more remarkable for the reader. The summary of the poem, Faraway Village. In the poem, Faraway Village, the speaker reflects on their childhood memories and the atmosphere of their distant village. They recall the glow of fireflies in the peepal trees, the echo of lisping words, and the sensory experiences of village life. Darkness descends early, accompanied by sounds like the flour mill, bird flights, and harnessing bells, creating a melancholic melody. Amidst lantern light, the speaker reflects on learning lessons and dreaming of a brighter future, finding hope within the village's timeless embrace. If you like this efforts, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and do not forget to like and share the video.